Let me make a couple announcements quick, just to get the information out there. Tre Bryant has come to us and said he's going to probably move away from football. He's been incredible since we've been here. He's had some knee issues, and at the beginning of camp looked great, and I think he felt great. I think he's just kind of figured out that he can't do it with the condition that he has, so we're going to support him and help him in any ways that we can, but I just don't think his knees will hold up right now. So I had that announcement to make. Also just announced to the team, we've had some departures on this team, and we're not had a full allotment of 85 scholarships, so 3 young men have earned scholarships at the university here. Jacob Weinmaster, Wyatt Mazur, and Brian Reimers will all be on scholarship for this year. So those guys have earned it, and we're proud of them.
Questions?
What about the quarterback situation? Can you tell us what
we're probably going to make an announcement this weekend. Wanted to make sure we were sure on everything before we did it, and definitely don't want to announce anything before we talk to the 2 kids involved. Both guys are doing really good things. It's been back and forth. We're going to need both of them this year, and I'm sure both of them are going to play. But we'll probably have conversations with them this weekend and make an announcement then.
So you would make it before Monday?
Yeah, when we hit Monday, we're really locked in on Akron, and we need to make sure that our 2s get a lot of reps, but the 1s get more than the 2s, and we got to make sure that the right guys that are going to be in the game are getting reps.
How did the scrimmage go?
We had a situational scrimmage. We actually started out with pretty much a normal practice and then played a quarter of football. We had a couple other live periods. I started to see flashes of what it's supposed to look like in that scrimmage. The defense is flying around a lot better than I've seen it. Offense, when we execute well, we have plenty of talent to be really dangerous. At times it showed, at times it didn't because of little mistakes, but the effort was great, the intensity was great, and I was really happy to see some of the signs of some excellence coming out of these guys.
Tre Bryant, Scott, is it both his knees that have the condition, or is it one of them? What's the situation?
Yeah, it's both. He just has bone on bone to some degree in both of them, and we were going to try to keep him on a pitch count and only give him so many reps in practice and so many reps in the game. He's good enough to be a great player, and I feel terrible for the kid because I think he had a future in the game and a bright future in the game. But it's hard. Without saying too much, he talks about going home and not being able to sleep at night because of aching and pain in there. And this game has to end for all of us at some point. It's just sad when you see one that has to end too early.
Had he been practicing pretty well in this week?
Yeah, this week he's been hobbled. He was doing really well at the beginning of camp. Had a mild sprained ankle that was hobbling him, and from then on, as coaches, we weren't 100% sure if it was the ankle or the knees, but each guy knows their body better than anybody, and again, Tre's been awesome, so we're sorry to see that happen, but we'll be there for him whatever he needs.
Do you know who the starting quarterback is, and you just haven't told him yet?
Yeah, it's a body of work thing, and I think we've had a couple meetings on it as coaching staff, and Mario and I have talked privately, so we have an idea where we're going, but certainly don't want to do anything until we talk to the 2 kids.
Scott, have you ever been around a situation where you've extended the decision all the way into a game week like this?
Yeah, I've been on a couple. My second year at Oregon came down to Nate Costa and Darren Thomas, and it was right before this first week. Even when Marcus Mariota started, it was him and Brian Bennett right up until the first week. Listen, both those guys have gotten plenty of reps to be ready to play, and we're going to need both of them this year.
Would this be announced in the form of like a press release, or how would you announce it?
I haven't made up my mind yet. We certainly were going to announce it when we were ready to announce it, not when people wanted us to, and we'll make sure that the information gets out in an efficient manner.
Scott, I know you were a red shirt in '95, but we've always heard this sort of historic closeness between Tommy and Brooke in that particular race. What do you recall about that, and how have you seen any echoes of that closeness in this particular race between Tristan and me?
Yeah, one of the big differences is I'm not sure Tommy and Brooke were best friends. The guys in the quarterback room are friends, and it's been really friendly. I think it's been hard because at times one guy's look better than the other, at other times the other guys look better. They kind of take turns having great days. They kind of have different strengths, so it's kind of comparing a little bit of apples to oranges within the same offense. I think both guys would be perfectly capable of operating our offense well. Really what it's come down to for whoever plays is being efficient, take care of the ball, making good, timely decisions, and not making mistakes.
As it's come down to it and you've got towards starting Akron Prep, how have they handled it? Just you see them a lot of hours a day.
Those two guys are just going about their business, trying to be the best they can. They've both been good leaders. They've both been studious, trying to learn what they need to. There's still mistakes that we have to teach them through. It's going to get easier for the quarterbacks as we narrow the game plan from our entire offense through fall camp to just a game plan for one team, and they'll be able to lock in on that a lot more. So I would hope that this coming week both guys would be even more efficient and make fewer mistakes.
If it's apples and oranges, what would the offense look like with Tristan in it, and what would it look like with Adrian?
We've had different kind of quarterbacks in this offense before. McKenzie could run, but he was really good at getting RPOs out quick off the run game. Marcus could certainly run it, but we didn't want to run him 12 times a game. We had Jeremiah Masoli my first year there, and we were fine having him carry it 20 times a game. Vernon Adams was an efficient runner, but was an unbelievable passer. So the offense, we just molded the offense to them, and we'll do the same if one guy's in or the other, and even through the course of a game, we'll be able to adjust it to fit one guy or the other.
Who of your previous quarterbacks is Adrian and Tristan closest to?
I don't know. Nebraska's famous for every time we get a recruit saying this is the next Tommy Frazier or Mike Rozier. These guys are their own guys, and I don't want to put that burden on them by comparing either one of them to somebody else I've coached.
Do you have an update on Dominic Watt and his situation?
Yeah, Dom, we fought to the end for. Looks like Dom's going to go to junior college. So he signed an NLI with one of those schools, and we're certainly going to keep track of him, and we'd love to get back in the mix with recruiting him down the road.
He's a guy that in 2 years you'd like to have back in Nebraska.
Yeah, certainly everything has to go the right way, but we recruited him for a reason, and we'll try to stick with him.
Hey Scott, what's it been like coaching the new kickoff rule? I mean, with these guys, has it been a pretty smooth transition in preparing for what's out there with the new rule?
Yeah, I think the rule is interesting. I think every team's going to have a decision to make whether they want to field kicks and try to bring them back, or whether they're going to be satisfied with the ball in the 25. The real curveball of the rule is if you signal fair catch and you don't field it cleanly and it hits the ground and you recover it, that's where you get the ball. So we really need to trust somebody if they're going to signal fair catch to field it cleanly. Otherwise, it's actually going to hurt us.
Hey Scott, how do you just feel about the numbers you have at position groups? Do you feel like you've got it squared away numbers-wise at each spot about where you want it heading into the season?
There's some positions I feel really good about the depth. There's others where we're thin. So we're going to have to stay healthy this year if we want to be as good as we can be. We're going to have to keep bringing the other guys along with reps. DB's one I would point to. Coming into the season, I was really worried about the depth. We've had a lot of guys step up in that room. Coach Fish has done a great job. So there's others where I feel like we're going to take a step back if the starter's not in there. So it's our job as coaches to keep trying to bring up the younger guys and get them ready to play.
What value can Mazur, Winemaster, and Reimers bring to the team? You gave them scholarships for a reason. What do you like about those three guys?
Those three guys kind of epitomize the walk-on program to me. They came in here, they sacrificed, particularly Jacob, who's paying out-of-state tuition to be here. All three of them have earned spots on special teams, which is usually your first start. Getting on the field is to be able to contribute on special teams. And all three of those guys have been selling out to try to be some of those guys, and they've worked their way up the depth chart. Those guys come to work every day. There's hardly anybody on the team that works harder than those guys, and we're happy to have them on the team.
For you personally, what was that like handing out those first first scholarships to walk-ons?
It's fun to see the team get excited for their brothers. That's the best part. When you announce it and the team goes crazy and gets excited for something good happening for one of their teammates, that's what makes it special. The team was elated when they heard all three names, and it put a smile on my face.